Here's what we've got so far in the cryogenic lab. We've got the first room laid out, and let's go ahead and lay out the second room here. I'm going to take this floor here, Shift-D, and just move it back here. And look from top view, just slide it over wherever I really want it, as long as I've got access from the door. There's a little walkway there. And we'll do something like that. Okay. And then we're going to take this piece, Shift-D, I'm going to bring it over and slide it back. I'm going to turn on Snap to Edge. I'm going to play around with this guy here. Snap it to there. Alright, now before we go any further, this wall, I want the same height as that. Looks pretty much like these might be the same height as this. Alright, so let's do that. Let's come in here, and face selection, just hold that. So from here, slide it up and snap it to there. So I got that. And we'll do this, Shift-D, rotate Z 90, and do the other one here the same. Snapping. Snap to that edge. And then we'll come in, grab that face, and snap to this edge. So let's see, we got that. Now let's turn that off. We're going to need to get rid of some back faces. Let's do that now before we forget. So we're going to get rid of that guy. And this one. And I'm going to come over here. That one's up there. This one here. I'm going to get rid of that yet. Okay. And then let's take this. And I think I'm going to move the whole thing over a little bit. Maybe to that point there. Take this. Shift-D and copy it. And let's snap this edge to maybe the outer edge of the door, or maybe this edge here. Let's try that. I guess I do need this face. Something like that. That one's gone, that's fine. I'll just take that edge. Snap to this edge. This edge. That face, actually. Let's get rid of this face. Okay, so now let's work on this area, this conveyor belt thing. But just before I do that, I want to get this trim eventually up here. So what I think I need to do is, let's just look at this for a second. Let's switch on Snap to Increment. So I'm going to look at this from the side. I think I'm best taking this face and just pulling it up to that one there, so that I can come in here and I can bring an edge loop up and make it like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And then I can do the same thing on this one. Oops. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I gotta go down by 1. And then I can do those. Okay. So that's the first thing. Now, back to you. I'm not gonna snap for this. I think I'm just going to put this somewhere for this part. And another one, and just give it a width that I like. If I do that there, I gotta have room for that thing, so I'll do it a little bit narrower than that. But I am going to put an edge down here to snap to there, I think. To snap to the edge of the floor here. To there. Alright. And then we need another one for the height. So we'll see how high this hole comes up. It looks like it's almost halfway to the door. Maybe not quite. You know. Now that looks a little bit more. Doesn't quite look like the right shape to me. Yeah, it's good enough anyhow. Okay. Let's take these two faces and delete them. And then let's rebuild this. Select an edge and the other edge and hit F to make a face. And then let's take all of these edges here and we'll extrude them back. We'll do that. Now, yeah, like that. Okay. Did I come in here and did I get rid of that face? I guess I did. Okay, cool. So I'm going to build this, and I have another idea. I'm going to grab this face, Shift-D, bring it up, I'll bring it out like this. Let's scale this into Y. And that's going to fit in there. Okay, let's P to break it out. Set the origin of geometry on that. And let's give this some height. I can work on all this stuff in a bit. Let's grab the back and pull it in. Grab it a bit forward. See how far forward it's going to come, to about halfway of the door. Let's scale this into Y. Okay, so here's what I was thinking for this guy. Come down here, select those, E and Alt-S, let's pull. Let's come out a bit there, but let's come out further in the front, not that one. Let's come out further in the front. And then let's put two edge loops here and scale them in the Y. And we will take these two edges. No, not yet. Put another one up here in the front here. Maybe a bit further back. There we go. I'm going to take all of these we're gonna maybe including this. Not including that. All of these. There we go. We're gonna extrude them up like that. And then I'm going to take all of this front and angle it back like this. Okay. I'm going to give my... no, I don't need to do it that way. Let's see. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to pull it further down. Let's bring the 3D cursor there. And let's bring in a circle with just like 12 vertices. Oh boy. Rotate X90, scale it. Make like the rollers of this thing. Make it a bit different. Let's hit 2 and zoom in. Let's try this. And just do that. Put an array on this. Just make a bunch of copies. I don't need too many. I hope. Alright, something like that. And then we'll take this. I'll come back in. I'll take that edge, Shift D, scale it out, but P to break it out. So I got that there, that piece right there. Alright, hide you. This is what I want right here. Take off the array. Okay, bring those guys back. Alright, so this is what I wanted right here. Very nice. Now, let's look from the front and let's Shift H, just focus on that. Go into a vertex, box select these and get rid of them, and then take these, extrude them back. Let's focus on just this and this. Okay. And these guys, bring them to there. Select it and come out like that. Let's take the whole thing now and sort of center it. But I don't want it too wide. I want to be able to see, you know, from the side, and do it that way. So if I'm from an angle, I can see some of the rollers. And let's just try solidify on this. But not too much. Yeah, okay. We'll put a couple of edge loops here. And do that kind of thing. Let's throw a bevel on this now. So we can start getting a sense. I'm going to take this front panel here and I'm going to inset like this. I'm going to take this bottom edge and pull it up a bit. I'm just going to pull this out a little bit like it's a little panel. think it needs to come out a bit more. There we go. And I'm going to copy this, Shift T, and scale. Scale in the Y, just to make some simple little details. Scale this in the Z, and do it like that. Just focusing on that. Extrude out. X, delete those faces, select a bit, Control L to select it all, and then let's rotate Z 180. Put it back on. So we got a little bit of a handle, a little maintenance thing. We can also select, say that face, Shift S. Cursor selected, we'll bring in another circle just with 12. We'll scale it down, make a couple of bolts on the ground there. Really simple ones, but relatively large so we could see them. I'm just going to extrude up, and I'm just going to put a face, I think, and maybe I'll bevel like this, like that. It's just going to be so small now. If I shade smooth that, that'd even be okay. Okay? For the detail we're going for, and the distance will be, you know, like that kind of thing. Okay. Now we need to start putting that into a collection. So let's do new collection, and this is, we'll call this Conveyor. And just start selecting a bunch of things. There we go. So we can push this down to the floor. We can think about the bottom faces later. And then I was thinking, let's break that edge out and use that edge. And just start with this. And I was thinking of this. If there's enough room for it to fit, then there is. Let's give this a bit of thickness. We could put this on there, just a bevel. We could put the bevel on that if we, I don't know if we need it. Let's start with that. Here's what I was thinking. Put an array on here. Let's control. If you don't see it moving in the Y direction like it should, apply rotation and scale. All right. I'm going to give it some distance. Those little flaps you would see back there. I need to get this right. Let's scale in the Y a bit so that they fit in between like this. And then what I would do is then I would apply the array, come in, and in wireframe I would I could do it this way. Box select these ones, pull them up to there or lower. No, I don't want to make them angled and all. Yeah, no. I don't know how realistic that looks, but okay, I'm gonna push it further in depending on how far this thing goes. How about that? Yeah, no. Something. You get the idea, I guess. All right. So we have that thing there. Let's block out where these tables are gonna go. Let's take this piece. Shifty. And keep hitting that. How wide is this table? About half. And how tall is it? Just under that. So how tall is the table relative to that? Yeah, similar. That's probably okay. Position down here. So I'd have like a table there. Okay, I could just slide it along. That's good. Let's focus on that and Shift H. Let's look on the other side in face selection. Shift D. Scale. How are these legs? Just sort of straight down. Scale this in the X. Just like kind of from there. Alright, let's extrude now. Let's get rid of this bottom face. And let's also get rid of... Alright, I got it as attached. Let's Control L and let's break it out for now. Oh, jeez. We'll get rid of that face. I'll change that. And let's look over here. Scale Shift Z. And we'll grab these edges down here. Bring them all the way down. Let's just highlight that and look on the bottom. Alright, soon we'll put on the cavity shader. I'm saving that. Let's see about mirroring this guy. And that's fine. And if I wanted to mirror it there, I could do that. Alright, these are looking a little bit round, so let's just leave it like that. I'm thinking that these need to be a little bit chunkier. Take that edge and push it down again. It's just a table. Alright, and let's make you a little thicker too. I think, yeah. Okay, a little bit more table-like. Geez, we'll probably join those together. Oh no, we can't. Let's put the mirror on for this. Supply the mirror. And join that together. We can still edit this guy later. Okay, you on the ground. There we go. Okay, and the other one. I need to put it in line with that. Yeah. Okay, good. Shift D, just like this. All right. way to the end there. And I'll fix up the smoothing for that. Cool. That's where we are so far. Let's throw on the cavity and enjoy our work. Alright, I'll think about this bevel and stuff later on. Very nice. Let's keep going here. I want to work on this thing. Alright, so we're going to bring in a circle. And we're going to do that. And that, so. Alright, let's just do it. Let's bring in a circle. Let's make it 20. Scale it down. Let's look from the top. Position it over here. Let's extrude it up a little bit. And this is going to be closed off, eh? It's E and S. And let's grid fill this with a small number. Let's try 2. Let's bevel this edge and just put 1 segment in. I'll end up with a subdivision surface on that. Let's do that right now. So we're going to have that piece. And then we're going to need that piece. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take one of these, Shift D. I'm going to bring it up and turn off the subdivision surface for now. No, not on everything. Alright, well, we'll break it out. This one is going to have control too. Okay, this one. Alright, so we are going to, in edit mode, I'm going to rotate X90, stand it up. Okay, let's scale it a bit. Let's bring it up, and let's look from the side, but we'll try to just focus on that. There it is. I'll get rid of these. Now, is it just, it's a bit like tapered, like scaling the Z like that. Let's join these up. And I think for this I'm just going to put a face like that, an end gun. And then I'll do this. Let's bring everything back. Now, if I take these two edges and I bevel them just with one, and put on a subdivision surface, what I can do, probably should have deleted the bottom first. I got all these extra pieces. Exciting piece. If I do that, let's grab this and bring the 3D cursor there. And we're going to bring in another circle like that. rotate X90, scale it down, this big piece here. Let's take this and this, and Shift H. Just you, look at you. Now, can I just take you guys and bring them up? I have to work on the heights and stuff in a bit. What's the best way? I have a desire to just do that. And select these edges, Control B, and again put one in, and Control, yeah, okay, I'm gonna need more. Well, what I would do in this case is I would just select that face and this face and hit ID and set. Just do that. And it'll be, that should be fine. I think it'll be fine. If you were there, let's set the origin of geometry on that. Cursor to selected, so I can mirror you across this and the Y. Yeah, okay. Bring in one more circle. I really don't need 20. I'd probably be okay with 16. I might do that all the way through. Face selection, I hate it when that happens. I might do this. So it's okay with that. And grab both those edges. What have I done? What about even one? Maybe not enough. Smaller one up there. Let's scale Shift Y. Cool. No. Oh, it's one side. What am I doing? Jesus. Oh, jeez. Alright, fine. Oh, I can stay. This guy. Alrighty. Well. Let's just throw an edge loop in there. And then get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, it's one side. to me this has got to be thinner though. I just want to see with respect to, not necessarily. It's got to come out a good distance though. Let's say it comes out past the circle. Doesn't have to though. Come out to about there. I could do it further. Okay, cube. Another. Boy. Don't use a lot of cubes these days. This, maybe this edge lines up with this edge, go close to that. Like that. Let's grab this bevel. Yeah, that's why. 0.003 is what we're talking about. Back to this guy. 0.003. That's a little better. Ah, jeez. 0.003. Bevel crazy, I think. Okay. Let's take you, Shift D, and rotate Z90. Delete those. Now, before I go much further, I better angle that back. The way I think I'll do that is I'm going to select, I think in wireframe, I'm going to box select all that and Shift S. Cursor to select it there. And I'll switch to 3D cursor. And what do I want to move? Just this? Yeah, let's just do that. So I want to rotate this back. And I'll reposition that. So let's rotate Y. Let's do something like that. And then take all this stuff. Now we'll look at the positioning. Now, if this is going to reach out, well, I suppose it could extrude. It's grabbed one. I think it's got to come forward a little bit. I could probably just do that. I can adjust that stuff later. Let's go back to median point, though. let's just keep going. So I want another cylinder down, and then a square, and then goodness knows what. So we'll take this one, Shift-D, and we'll let's rotate Y90 like this. So that's covered in there. Let's scale Shift Z for now. Let's scale it in the Z. I think it's shorter. Let's have another look at this. It's shorter. Let's bring it up more. Let's bring the 3D cursor right there. And let's bring in a little plane. Not a little plane, but we'll scale it down till it's little. And this piece is, this edge looks flush with that, and then it comes back maybe a little bit past the edge of that cube. So we'll come like something like this. Scale in the Y. Let's just start. Okay, what's got a bevel on it? This. We're going to make this come out a little further. How wide is it? All right. All right. Now, what are we doing underneath here? Something, a cylinder, and some kind of grips. So let's first of all, just gonna subdivision it. You know, I don't need the subdivision on there, and I bet I don't need it on there. No, I don't. And I don't. Well, I do because of the ends there. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab this guy and bring it down. Scale Shift Z. Am I doing the right thing? Very thin. Right near the front. We'll scale it in the Z as well. Scale Shift Z a little bit more. And then we're going to have to look at the height of all this. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Think about what that little piece is there. No, what am I going to do with this? I hadn't thought about that yet. Oops. If I do that and then a subdivision surface, could probably let's see how subdivision works on there right now. If I come in and do this, let's go ahead and apply the mirror and the solidify. Let's see if I like this at all. I might even want to do like that. And get it a bit more kind of robotic, but smooth, sort of. That's what I think I'm going to do. Is that the orientation? Sideways, yeah. I really like the connection of this. I wouldn't want to do anything like that, would I? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Well, I don't want that protruding through. I might. Not that you're ever going to see it. And how about just for this? We just do this test and come out like that. And then bevel this just with one. And then, well, maybe I will put the subdivision on this one. We're not blowing enough poly, so let's get busy. And for this thing, I could get rid of some of this top stuff here. And I'll straighten it out. Let's straighten you out, buddy. Yeah, okay, I see what the problem is. You're supposed to be there. Something like that. So is that everybody on this device? Looks like everybody. And just one final thing. Make sure, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure there was no bottom. How about the size and the positioning of that? If I needed it higher for any reason, I could just raise the height of that. So let's throw on the cavity and have a look at this. And let's send the 3D cursor back to there. So this is what we've got so far. And I'm liking it. I just want to look at the height of this. It's a little hard to tell, so I think it's okay. Cool. Yeah, really liking this project. I'm so glad that one of you guys recommended, or that I do another one of these. Okay, see you next time.